G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 17 of our Hardcore Death Knight Achievements run, where this episode we'll be doing the Barrowholm quests. We'll be finishing up basically the first half of Ashes of Malmouth and then heading into the city. We'll see how far we get, but in a perfect world I'll be fast enough to finish the city content as well. We probably don't live in a perfect world though. So we're just going to run along the top here, activate the wards. There's no areas kind of around Barrowholm that are particularly dangerous until Cooper Crabber shows up, and then pretty much the entire area becomes dangerous. But at least for now, we should be fine. So we're looking for the travelers that we can take back to Barrowholm for lunch. There is, of course, the north and the southern set of travelers, so here's the northern ones, and we are now done up here, and we can head into the mines. Now I say this every time we get to the mines. I always say you're here to kill the crabs, make sure you kill all the crabs. If you don't kill all the crabs, you'll have to do it again, and that is still true, but I haven't had to reset and do it again for a while, so I think I'm probably about due, which is going to make me be a little more careful. The last thing I want to do is to have to come back in here and do this again. Although having said that, we are a little low on XP, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if I do miss a couple and have to redo it, but the plan is not to miss them. So we just moved through here. There is a totem in here, there is a treasure trove in here, there is a bunch of secret stuff hiding in the walls, and none of it is really all that amazing. These reflective guides, I think at the moment, are probably the most dangerous to the build. Reflecting all of your own damage over time onto yourself is a really good way to die, as anyone who has played a internal trauma or bleeding build will tell you. So, like I said, I'm just going to be a little more thorough, run around, check all the nooks and crannies, and if I happen to miss some, then I happen to miss them, and it's not going to be the end of the world because I actually want to get my hands on some more XP. Just so... The ideal is that I finish Ashes of Malmouth, I kill Theoden, I'm ready to go to Ultimate, and I'm level 75, because we're at 74, probably is enough, but I want to farm the Krieg set before I do that, and it won't drop until the monsters are level 75, which I think happens at 74. It may also be a range, so it may be that at 74 they are sometimes 75, or it may be at 73 they are sometimes 75. Or I could just be completely making that up and totally wrong. Okay, come down here, check for the treasure trove. It's not there. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's just yell at everything so they do less damage. Okay, you know what? Go ahead and kill him as well, and him too. Is there anyone else on there? No. Alright, so little secret stuff in the walls section here. There's just this one here. Well, not just that one there. There is this one here. Which, like I always say, you're not going to get anything good out of these. But it's just fun to do. Then we head down here and there is another... Is it two? Or just one? I think it's just one. One section down here with stuff in the walls. You can definitely turn the camera around. I'm not expecting anything to be here, but if you spin it around like this, you can see the bit that you don't normally get to see, and that's usually where they hide stuff like that. Unfortunately, no belts from these crabs, which is, yeah, I need a new belt. Can we get some more crabs? Oh, there we go. No resistances on it, sadly. What about this one? That one looks good. What about this one? That one also looks good. Okay, so this one we can wear now, and would be quite an upgrade on the one we're currently wearing. 12% increase armor, a bunch of health. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna put that one on and try to remember to take the anti-venom salve off of this one and put it on there. Bleeding is fine, piercing is not. Although having said that, I don't have any silk swatches, so normally I would have one or two silk swatches on at this point, and I don't have any, so the resistances are under control, and I can always sacrifice a little bit of armor in order to get some more resistances. At least for piercing and bleeding, silk swatches on these two would be fine, or even just on this one. It's just giving me a bunch of health at the moment. Okay, ghost crabs are not what I'm after. I want the real crabs. Waist guard, I'm pretty sure is Inquisitor. Also the secret hole in the wall that I was talking about, we have successfully walked straight past it. It is behind me, so I'll grab it on the way out, and it'll be fun. Okay, 68. So like I said, I want 70, let's say 74, before we finish Ashes. 4 points in the bar, and 1 into physique. I have been looking at the plan as well, and the plan stops here, so actually I should take that point out and put it into quality. The plan stops here, so actually I need more points. We want 1 point in Mark of Torment, and then the bar stops there. So that's what we're going to do. But we have to get there first. And after that point there will be, from memory it's 22 points available that we can spend in other places. If you're going to do this, if you're going to stand in bad and just heal through it, make sure as soon as the thing you're attacking dies, you get out of the bad. Because I've lost, I think, 3 characters to doing that. I stand in the bad, I think, I'm leeching enough, it's fine, I have enough heal procs, it's fine. And then I kill whatever it was I was attacking, and suddenly I'm not leeching anymore because the thing I was attacking is dead, and the goop on the floor doesn't go away when the boss does, so now you're dead. So, learn from my mistakes. Don't stand in the bad, just in general, but also, if you're going to, make sure you get out of it when the boss dies. So, here is our other hidden spoils. 3 rare items, and nothing worth using. So in theory, this is now done. I'm pretty sure I've been everywhere, including Mikathara, which if you get that joke, I'll be surprised. It's a good song. It was a very racist song, but it was funny. Okay, like I said, I think we're done here. Just to have one last look up here, although I'm pretty sure I went around this. I might go through that little section there. Just through here. Okay, yep, I'm happy to call this done. Whether it is or not, we'll find out when we get back to town, but for now, I'm going to say it's done. So back outside we have, what, 2 more wards? 1 more ward, 2 more wards? 2 more wards. In addition to 1 more set of lunch to collect. So let's go get it. Here we go. Last ward should be just around the corner. There he is. Or there it is. So new belt to look at. Nope. So when I'm looking at these, I'm basically looking at resistances. It's the only real thing that I care about. So this one here has 22 poison, 40 vitality. Now, way over on vitality, and poison is okay, and it's going to be way better once I put the anti-venom salve on. But basically I just want resistances on my items, and having a decent amount of overcap means that if I find a really good drop that doesn't have any resistances, then I should be able to take one item with no resistances and be fine. At least that's the theory. Krieg's set from memory has a hole in elemental resistances, and I want to say bleeding. Don't quote me on the bleeding, but definitely elemental. So you'll have to find some jewelry with elemental resistances on it. And once we get into Ultimate, we'll be getting another Slith Primal Ring, so we'll be able to put that on either that finger just as a straight upgrade, or the other ring slot and use both of them. Either one will be fine, but before you make the transition to Krieg's set, which level 94, make sure you have some elemental resistance stuff, and we will obviously we will have what are they called? Augments. Augments will also do the job for us, so we'll get revered with the Baraka region and also with the Malmouth resistance. And they cover, I'm pretty sure it's everything except for bleeding and elemental, which I know I did just say to get resistances for elemental, but that's what your rings are for. So it should be relatively doable to get 2 rings with at least 20 to 30% elemental resistance on them. Even just shopping them would be fine. Yep, let's send them home. I believe that's all we needed here. So, let's go do a bunch of quest turn-ins. Hopefully we'll get to the nicest level. Maybe not. We should get most of the way there, though. Music in this town is always so sinister. It's like there's, you know, something really scary going on here, just below the surface. Okay, what do you need? Okay. If you see this, I've already dealt with your pests. It means you did good. You did good, kid. And you cleared out the mine, so successfully cleared out the mine, don't have to go back. Alright, talk to Scorv. Yep, I'll deal with Lario, no problem. And we have the fetish. Not sure why he's still a star. Because we don't have that done yet. Okay, so Laria, if we go back to the Ugdenbog Rift, Laria will be just to the north of it. And you have a choice here. You can either kill Laria, or you can not kill Laria. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because she's going to end up dead either way. But I think she's one of the quests where if you don't kill her, you get a Wendigo spirit. I'll be honest, I don't remember. The outcome for this quest is pretty much irrelevant, honestly. Do you want a little bit more reputation with the Coven, who we're already honored with? I have to go get the writ for them. Or would you prefer a little more reputation with, where are they? Barrowholm. For me, I think I would rather have the Barrowholm reputation. I find at the end of any playthrough, I have 4 reputations that are not revered just by playing the game. And they are always Barrowholm, and then the 3 Witch God cults. So, I'm just going to kill her. Up to you if you don't want to. But like I said, honestly it doesn't really matter at all. Okay, so we lost some reputation there, but we will get some reputation from Scorv. And she does drop loot, so it's always good to kill things that are made out of loot. Right, let's head back to, I think, Barrowholm first. And we will turn this quest in. Now, the next quest, do we have... I don't think we're going to have enough reputation to do the next quest, but the next quest is kind of a bit of a runaround. You more or less have to run all through the Ugdenbog, all through the Gloomwald, trying to find these 3 specific Wendigos. I always come back here, he's never here. Finding these 3 specific Wendigos, and then the one after that allows you to summon the Ravager. Yep, so 500 Barrowholm rep, 2 bloods. Okay, I'm not going to do this quest. You absolutely can do this, but I usually skip it just because it's so much running around. with that said, let's go and do the Coven stuff. We should have a bunch of quests to turn in here. Here we are. Okay, pick up the next quest. What am I missing? 1 Ogden Bloom. Okay, I'll have that in the blank.
I'll keep your stash safe. I'll hold on.
I think 26 should be enough.
Do you have the
Okay, yep. Okay, good chat. So that's all done. We have a couple quests from her. And also, we collected their witches, so some scrap, pretty good.
Not far.
Okay, let's go restore their wards. Assassin's Marketing level 19 is pretty good. Caps out at 25. I think this gets up to around 32% physical resistance shred. If my memory is correct, which, you know, I'm getting old. It's not correct. But if I'm remembering correctly, it's around about 30%. So the more the merrier. Let's just go ahead and take out that plant. I've been doing a little bit of testing on the 1.2 patch, and these plants are, well, let's just say they're painful, and leave it at that. Right, heading pretty much directly south from that ward. We'll go get the other one. Have we been to see Mugdrogan? We haven't. So one thing you can do here as well, and I'm going to do it, is you can go see Mugdrogan over at the Ancient's Grove, and he'll just give you a skeleton key. And, I mean, technically you agreed to go in there and clean the place out, but, I mean, it's not going to force you to. Mugdrogan's not going to come and hunt you down if you don't. He just stands outside the door and waits patiently. So, I'm going to go get that skeleton key for later. Though having said that, I think we already have 5, which is how many we need, so this is probably something we can skip quite happily. But hey, free loot. And skeleton keys are pretty good, actually. You can turn them into loot. Alright, here we go. What do you ask of me? Yep, I will deal with your problem. There we go, so he gave us the skeleton key, which is lovely. Let's just deal with the locals. There we go. Okay, so free skeleton key. Can't complain about that. Back to Coven's Refuge. There's one more ghost next to the Rift Gate here. So we'll take care of him. We're also coming up on level 70. At level 70 you get a new higher level version of the War Cleaver. So it's definitely good to go and do that. Our damage is going to start getting a little bit, well, let's be honest, it's going to be bad, so we will need to get a new one. Okay, begin the ritual. And just for something different, we more or less just force wave things. Just turn the food off so I can see what's going on. One more wave. Yep. So, Stone Basilisk. You can see the damage is kind of sort of starting to fall off here. Not the end of the world, we're still killing things and the health bar's not moving at all. But definitely want to start looking for a new weapon. Okay, what did we actually get out of that? Demon Slayer's Life Ender, okay. Chaos Gun by the looks of it. Vitality Gun, rather. Alright, well, anyway, quest complete. We got a ring out of that. I should have looked at it before I closed that window. I think it may have been that one. So, Legendary Metal with +2 to maximum elemental resistances. The proc is kind of meh. So we'll be selling that. Can't use it anyway since it is a purple item.
I'll give you a good price
Okay.
on what I've got left.
No. let's just, wait, that belt. Never mind. As you were. I think the belt I have is probably the best of the ones that's dropped, so we'll hang on to that for now. These could be alright. That battle cry, oh, it's chance on block, never mind. Pretend I didn't say that. Okay.
Well spent.
I'm just gonna take the scenic route over here to the bank. Okay, and don't forget to do that.
I'll keep an eye on this.
I'm also looking at my pile of rings in the corner there. It could be worth looking at something to swap in. So something like this. I do need that PS resistance, as we discovered in previous episodes, and so that means the ultimate ring there is not going to be one that I can use both of. But hopefully we'll find something with some piercing res on it. Okay, what are we up to? Time to go through to the city of Malmouth by the looks of it. No, I needed to get... I know there's a bunch of you sitting there screaming at your screens. What have you forgotten? I have forgotten to get... Where is it? There it is. Coven of Gutenberg. See this? This should be like here. But it isn't because I forgot to buy the merit before I did all of these turn-ins. It's going to be fine regardless, but
Come see what's left of my wares. See anything you like?
do as I say, not as I do kind of thing.
Well spent.
It's fine, it's fine. New skill points. You can put points in this if you want to. It will give you more crit damage, but honestly, I'm not a fan. Same with the lifesteal here, Siphon Souls. You can use this if you want, but we don't really do vitality damage, so the amount that it steals will be very low. It's honestly not really worth doing. I think we just stick to the plan. Force wave all the things. And speaking of that, let's head up to the Chthonic area. I'm checking the resistances that are going to be important in there. I think Eull is probably the only thing I'm scared about between here and Theoden, probably. And I'm not actually really worried about him. We handled him pretty easily on normal, and the build's just gotten stronger since then, so it should be fine. Having said that, it's always worth making sure your resistances are under control at any point, especially when you're coming up to something that you know has given you issues in the past, or, you know, the person making the guide is telling you that it's given them issues in the past. And Eull definitely has been an issue for me in the past. It's probably just because I'm bad. Let's be honest, this is all the build. There is no skill involved in playing this build. There's no piloting required. You just blitz, yell, force wave, repeat. Having said that though, that is kind of the whole point of this build. Like, yeah, it's not super exciting, you're not going to be dual wielding and zipping around doing skill shots and all that sort of stuff, but, you know, this works. And it doesn't matter if you're kind of mid at playing the game like I am. It's still it just works. So, you know, Picus Howard here. Okay, I came over here to check for the Exalted stash, it's not there. I am also going to be spending a little bit of time just hunting these guys for their MI. And kind of hoping for a decent one. I haven't checked Grim Tools for a little while, but I think the next one is 84. Hello. Let's kill off your friends before we worry about you. Oh, he's dead already anyway. Okay, never mind. The good thing about kind of doing a little bit of extra clearing in here is that you can see the reputation for Barrowholm is going up. And like I said, that's usually one of the last ones that you get to revered. Alright, I'm going to do actually I won't say a full sweep of the zone, but I am actually going to spend the time to see if I can't get a new axe. There we go. Level 70. Superior is good. We may end up using that. It will depend if I can find another one. Of Spines is not good. But it will depend on what else we can get to drop. Let's see who else is home. Not really interested in killing any of you. You I am. Okay. Reputation with Caimans. Here's my Exalted stash. So I'll take that. Dragon's Cleaver. Gonna have to make a hybrid build at one day. Everyone's constantly saying, you know, hybrid builds don't work. It's not that they don't work, it's they're harder to make work. They're harder to get to the same level as a pure build. You can do it. I think we're out of Chthonian Tyrants, unfortunately. Superior of Ruin. There we go. I don't know where that came from, but I'll take it. That's going to be our new weapon. Yep. Superior of Ruin. It's nothing fancy. It's basically a magic item, but it'll do the job quite nicely. Like I've said before, if you can get a Tyrants or a Barbaric, definitely take that, but Superior of Ruin is perfectly serviceable. Okay, so Void's Edge. The only things in here that I'm worried about is, well actually, on the next floor I'm also worried about the Rylocks a little bit. But the only thing in here that I care about is Eull. And he should be just around the corner. I just ran straight past his door. We've gone too far. His door's going to be over here. Alright, here's the door. Let's just take out this guy first, because he's made of XP. I'm actually pretty happy with the XP bar right now. I think we are on track. Okay. Eull is going to flap down in this area when I go over there. The things you need to worry about basically is if you are standing still in one place, he will start stacking up volcanoes underneath you, and they will hurt after a while. So if you notice a volcano under you, and you will, but if you notice that, here it is now, yep, just move, just go over here. Just out of range of the volcano, then he'll come over here, and that's it, easy. Alright, Eull's all done. Did notice the health bar actually moved there, so I guess it's good that I was checking all that stuff. Okay, these things you can fight or not, up to you. You can actually just completely ignore all this and run past it, and it will reset before you get to the next thing you need to worry about. But, you know, they're made out of XP. Okay, so Ulgrim is just here. Do be aware, I say this every time I come through here, do be aware that if you say the wrong thing, you will have to fight him. So, this one here, if you click on this, you will have to fight him, and he is no slouch, so don't click on that. I mean, unless you want to. I'm not your dad, you do as you like. But, yeah, good luck. There is an achievement for fighting him, for beating him rather. And I did do it on normal. Or on, I guess on veteran. But I did it on veteran with my Kabbalist. And it was a bit dicey. It was definitely a bit dicey. So you do have to be careful of the Rylox as well, these guys. The ones with the wings sometimes have an aura. And the aura will reduce your maximum HP. I think it's about 20, 25 something percent. It can be a little scary, especially on a more squishy build, to have your health bar just suddenly lose 2,000 or 3,000 hit points. These guys, I think, that purple aura? Yeah, see, I've got 11,000 hit points right now. And then this Void Oppressor, I think it is, when he dies. Well, maybe it wasn't him. Whoever was doing it, I'm back up to 15,000. Definitely worth selling this one. Enchanters of Voidfire is bad. Enchanters is Elemental, and Voidfire is obviously Chaos. There's another double rare. What was that one? Destroyers of Scorched Runes does actually kind of line up, but yeah, I think the most valuable part of that is going to be selling it for twice as much. Okay, that one. And getting close to 70, so as soon as we get to 70, I'm going to go do a little bit of shopping. Need to get a new augment for my new axe. This might actually be a good place to get chthonic seals as well. Just come straight down from the portal. War cry, have everybody die, and loot the corpses. Could be good. Okay. So what do we need in Lone Watch? Pretty much nothing. We will be doing the Dravis and Dahlia questline, just because of XP. But other than that, I think the only thing we really care about is getting to the city. Don't need the devotion shrines. I don't think I've mentioned it this episode, so let me just go ahead and say it now. I hate the pathing in this game. Okay, rant over. Yeah, so coming down here, you've got Chthonics, you've got Ethereals, you're going to want all the relevant resistances. There's also crystals here. I'm going to wait until I get to the Rift Gate outside of Malmouth, and then I'm going to go and change that weapon over. And by that I mean I'm going to do it now. Yep. And we'll be fine. So you should immediately notice, it's not going to be huge, but definitely an increase in damage. I am looking for the portal, and Baruth here needs to die. Oh, almost walked straight past the totem. Alright, this should be interesting. So these big guys, the Obsidian Ravagers, are hit pretty hard. There's Haunt. Let's turn that off for a minute. There we go. Okay, Undying Oath. Metal. Purple, so we can't use it. I think the best thing we got out of that was a blueprint. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah. So we're obviously not going to use that, but decent cold proc. Okay. So I'm looking for the big red portals. and they're always in one of 3 locations. This is one of them, just looking for these big red holes on the floor. I think that's the second one. If we go directly across here, then we will find another one. Here's... So it's not there. Just kill this guy. Alright, while we're here, I am going to go up to Dela. I think it's Dela. Dela? Diala? Whatever. This girl, Dela. Drop a portal, and we'll be back. First things first, though, I have to go get the 2 items that she wants. And here we go. Nope. Where's the portal? I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Alright, so going in here, I think I'm on the top right here. Could be the bottom right. Let's just kind of wiggle around a bit, see where we are. Okay, I think it's actually... Yeah, it was the top right. So this is who we're here for. Good old Dravis. And I am going to be a little bit cautious approaching him because there is also some other bosses in this area that I don't want to fight all at the same time. Let's see if we can't kill his friends first. I haven't seen them do it for a while, but I have it in my head that the 2 little minion friends healed this guy. Now, like I said, I haven't seen it for a little while, but I feel like it's a true thing. Okay, and these guys, like I said, actually hit pretty hard. Alright. Did we have the exit at the same place as the entry? No. Okay. So there are exits at 12 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock. So basically I'm just going to... you know what? He's on his own. I can take him out. This is the guy that I didn't want to fight with Bandragos. So I'm glad I didn't just blitz in. Okay, Eastern Robes. And you there. So if you get surrounded like this and your health bar is actually going down, just find something outside the pack and just blitz to it. And that way you can get out of being surrounded. Missed one. Okay. Is our exit at 6 o'clock? No, it is not. These little holes in the floor, that's where you're going to find your exits. And like I said, they are at 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock on the map. There we go. So here, there'll be another one up there. Although the exit's not going to be at 12 o'clock because it's over here at 9. Okay, so Dela's there. We are not going to talk to her just yet. We have one more place to check. And as long as I'm thinking about it, spend those skill points. And that attribute point. Do also be aware, when you blitz into a big pack like this that's fighting amongst itself, Warcry has Taunt's target on it. Where is it? It's at the top there. So current skill level 14, second last line of that section, Taunt's target. So if you jump into a fight like that, everybody's going to stop fighting each other and focus on you. Alright, so our mission is to get into the city here, and we're going to go see Townox is, what level Townox is. So I think she's going to be, or it is going to be 72. But that information is going to be useful. So Townox is one of the characters that can drop a piece of Krieg's set. Townox has the boots, but Townox has to be level 75 to drop them, so we need to go see at what level we can start farming those boots. Townox's first home away from home, or I guess it's a home just in general, is this room here. So on the map, it's this one here. There is a ramp leading out of it, easily identifiable. And we're going to be here a lot once we start farming for the Krieg set. This chest is always here. It's not always this fancy, but it is always here. This dynamite is guaranteed. And I think I've had 7 in this room just from, you know, opening all these containers by walkering. So you can get a lot of dynamite there. You're only guaranteed 1 though. And I think usually it's much more common to get 2 or 3. 7 is very much an outlier. Okay, so Townox is 76. So it is possible, very unlikely, but possible, that Townox will drop me a piece of the Krieg set right now. It's not going to happen, but it is possible. Okay, so unsurprisingly didn't get it, but it is good to know that even at level 70, Townox is 76, and we could start farming Townox now for the boots. There's not really much point because we can't use them now, but you know, we could start killing her now. Not sure why I'm fighting all this. We can just move past all this. Okay. So heading out this side, I'm going to get the Rift Gate, then we'll go back to talk to Dela. So time to fight for the Rift Gate. Let's just turn the loot off for a second. These guys spent so long animating, crawling out of the ground, they got like 1 attack each off afterwards, which I'm okay with. Okay, one thing you do need to be aware of as well going into the city of Malmouth is a lot of my deaths in this city have come from fighting stuff, and there's so much goop on the ground that as soon as everything was dead, I just died. So do be aware of that and relocate if you need to. Okay. So her quests are now done. I have some questions. No, I don't. She gave me this blue item. So she always gives you a random blue weapon on normal and elite, and in ultimate she will give you, I think it's Blaze Heart, but it's specifically a fire dagger, a purple one. Okay. Not going to keep that or any of this. Why do I feel like I just sold a belt I wanted? Yeah, whatever. I've got the belt I need. Okay, I was considering using these shoulders. The extra armor and the extra percent armor are really good. The Aether converted to physical is also pretty good. That would convert some of the Spectral Wrath damage over to physical. And +3 to Spectral Wrath is actually pretty good. The question is, can I put them on without nuking my resistances? And the answer is not yet. I am going to hang on to them though, because after we finish Ashes, or after we finish getting our reputation up to revered with the Black Legion, we'll be able to put something like 63%, something like that. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 nines. Yeah, 63.
Put it to good use.
63% Chaos and Aether resistance. Homestead, Stonehoof. Okay. So now we go to Homestead. I could also take that Aether Ward off now and instead put on a Serrated Claw, something like that, for a bit of extra damage. And that's probably not a bad idea if you don't need the resistances. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea at all, now that I'm looking at it.
Come see what's left.
Where are we? Stone Stone tusk hoof. There we go. I'll take that.
Put it to good use.
A little bit of extra armor as well as damage. Can't complain about that. I think this is probably the only ring that I'm going to wear out of this pile. But we'll see. Aggressive mark of vitality. What do we got? More chaos res. We'll lose some elemental. More health. More damage. How much elemental are you losing? 17%? Ooh. Sorry about that whistle. I don't think we can wear that. That's 20% cold. We could. We'd have to put some lightning resist on the boots instead, though. Let's do it. See if we can make it happen. Okay.
What brings you to my forge?
So lightning resistance is going to be a rigid shell, which we should be able to put on the boots. And then if we put the wardstone back on the amulet or on the metal, that should be fine. Okay,
Bring them back here.
let's go do that. Starting to be a little bit tight on elemental, which is not ideal. Okay, so we keep the item. You know what? I know how to fix this. Keep the item. So now we want a... hang on. Aether Soul, what does that actually give me? There's extra damage, reduced damage taken from ethereals. So this is actually something I do want. Okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Bring me back any blueprints. Got something you need stashed?
Silk Swatch, Aether Soul, actually. Let's try it this way. So I'm going to take the mutated scales off and put the Silk Swatch on. That will give me piercing and bleeding resistance, enough to take this ring off. Taking the ring off will allow me to put on this ring, which is... how was our vitality? Vitality's fine, so we'll stay with the frozen heart on that. So then plus 18 pierce will take us to 81. So that'll be the shoulders. So that's piercing under control. And that's actually all of our resistance is under control. 15, 25, 15. So we do still need that one. Okay, so I basically just wasted an Aether Soul, which is, yeah, unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. Move speed is already capped, so actually we could take mutated scales, put them on here. Mark of the Traveler is probably not worth
I'll keep an eye on this.
putting on without the run speed. Let's see, armor. Got any of them fancy ones to go on the boots? I don't think so. Alright, what do we got? Rigid shell? No. I think, what is that one? Mutated scales. That's probably our best bet. That might be a
Bring me back
drop
any
only thing.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Yeah, shoulder, chest, leg, and hands. Okay. So we just, I think, put on the bristly fur.
It's safe with me.
And just remember that it's there. Speaking of things that are there,
We were never close.
thank you for my potion. Alright, so what did I have to do? Keep the item. Put the silk swatch on. Done? Done, okay. Ideally I would want to take the wardstone off and put another Aether Soul on, even though I don't need it for resistances. I definitely want it because of the less damage from ethereals. Actually, I'm sorry if this isn't interesting for people, but I think there is also... is it Radiant Gem? Radiant Gem on weapons? Ah, caster and shield off hands, okay. I was thinking I could use this if it went on weapons, instead of this Aether Shield, and then I could swap the Wardstone out for another Aether Soul, but unfortunately I was remembering incorrectly. Alright, let's chuck all this in the bank, hang on to the rings, because as you can see they are useful. And now what do we have to do? Enter the Malmouth sewers, and ignore the rest of the quest. Got it. And we'll check while we're here. You know what? This is better than that ring. More resistances, more regen, larger percent regen. Huge amounts of stats, yeah. Okay, that needs to go on instead. And that's actually really good too. I'm just going to add that one into the pile. That one can go. See, this is the problem with checking the shops. Let's keep the add-on. Chuck that on the ring. Okay, no more shopping. No more shopping. Let's go do some content. Where are we? Here we go. Into the sewers. Like I said, I do apologize for people who are not really interested in the item juggling, but that is kind of part of making a character. And I guess if I get enough complaints about it, I'll edit that stuff out in the future, but... nah, you know what, I'm doing it anyway. It's actually a very large part of building a character, is being able to balance resist like that. So, if it's not something you need to see or whatever, feel free to skip it, fast forward, whatever. But I think especially in a newbie guide, or you know, baby's first hardcore character guide, I think it's definitely worth including. I was briefly toying with the idea of editing that whole section out, but no, I'm not going to. Alright, so our mission here is... actually, I don't care about my level anymore. I'm just trying to get through here, so having said that, we have this very convenient set of stairs for them to all run up single file. So quiet. There's actually, I don't know if there's no music in here. Let me check that. Audio, music volume. Let's just triple the music volume. Yeah, I don't hear it. Okay. Maybe there's just no music in the sewers. I mean, it makes sense. Who's going to play music in a sewer? Yeah, it's definitely definitely silent. Huh, interesting. Alright, same deal here. They're coming across this bridge all nicely, so I'm going to force wave the bridge and just take them out. Okay. So that dynamite site up there, if you wanted to, you could go in there. There is a... it's not a super boss, but it's kind of a boss in there. I don't recommend it, because again, it's optional content, and he is actually decently difficult. So definitely worth skipping that. If you're interested in what's in there, feel free, but that definitely goes in the basket of optional content that can kill you. Alright, let's pick up these quests, and we will agree to all the new things. Don't really have anything to sell, so we'll just keep on keeping on. How is our reputation with the Malmouth Resistance? Not even honored yet. Found the music. It's loud again. Okay. Let's turn that back down. Alright, into the Candle District. Now, in the Candle District, we need to find the 3 blood wagons. Or I guess just wagons. There's also a potentially suicidal man and the 2 kids he's protecting, who we will need to liberate. And they are going to be along the top of the map here. Let's just go up here. There they are. You can see them on the map. Let's see if he wants to be saved today or if he has instead chosen death. He wants to live today. I believe that's just a 50-50. Sometimes when you tell him, you know, we can take you through a rift gate, it'll be safe or whatever, sometimes he'll agree and go with you. And sometimes he will just say, you know, no, I don't believe you, and attack. Alright, now I always miss this first wagon, so I'm going to go back here and just see if I can't find it. There it is. Okay, I didn't miss it. One other thing we are definitely going to have to do before we start farming for the Creek set is get another metal movement skill. My preference is for another Blitz clone. It's up to you which one you want, but I'll show you why I prefer the Blitz clones, and then you can make your own decision after that. Ancient Aether Warped, it's probably dangerous. I mean, it's definitely dangerous, but whether you want to do them or not, I will leave up to you. There's level 71. I'm just going to get out of that mess. Like I mentioned outside, a lot of the damage you take while you're in this city, and especially from these things, yes, they hit hard, but they also put lightning and aether and all this other rubbish on the floor. So if you just relocate, a lot of the times the damage you are taking will go down by a lot. Okay, Baldur's Mantle. This is a set you should hang on to. Maybe not the normal version. Level 65. No. But once you get the mythical stuff, this will hold you over from sort of 80-ish, maybe 84 or whenever it is you can put it on, 82 perhaps. This will hold you over until 90 when you get the elite versions of these. Because there is kind of a... It's not dead so much, it's just more like your level 70 armor is starting to get a little bit old. And there's definitely an area, or kind of a level range around 80, when you suddenly just get... you just start getting slammed. And it's because your armor is old, so keep an eye out for the Baldur's set specifically. That is one that I used last time I was leveling a soldier, and it's a really good stopgap. It's not like, you know, it's not the most amazing set of armor you'll ever wear, but it's definitely good enough. So we did just upgrade the weapon, and damage is still feeling a little bit anemic. So I may end up... What is that worth? 20%, right? No, I think I won't. I was going to say I may end up taking the Aether Ward off, but I definitely am not going to do that. Okay, next level we will put 1 point in Mark of Torment. This is a really good skill. It is so good, in fact, that it is getting nerfed in the 1.2 patch. Actually by a lot. It's getting... I don't think it's okay to call it a nerf anymore, it's more like gutted. Unless there's been a revision to that change that I haven't seen. It's going down a lot in terms of how much it actually absorbs. Okay, Bolag here, Keeper of the Gates. The usual tactics should work just fine with him. Let's see how we go. Yep, and he is going to go down. He has a lot of health, so I'm okay with that taking a little while. And then we open the door. And we'll go out to say hi to Krieg. Now I did miss one of the wagons, so I will have to go and find that. Otherwise you could just rift out from here. Okay, eastmost wagon I think is along the top edge. Top edge of the map, that is, but yeah, it's fine, we'll go find it. Ramps. Ramps and stairs. Every time. Okay, so we're moving along here, heading towards the east. I think this last wagon, I'm pretty sure, is going to be sort of along the top edge. Oh, there it is. You can see it. That was not where I wanted to go. Actually, that was not where I was trying to go, but it may have been where I needed to go. Yeah, I think that was actually a good mistake. Alright, so treasure trove, rare, crafting material, no blueprint unfortunately, but can't win them all. Why can't I go through walls? What do you mean I have to use doors like everybody else? Alright, and there's the last wagon. So we're done out here. Let's head back into the sewers. Talk to everybody. Collect our XP. How is... Just making sure I don't have someone at Honored and then not having a writ. Okay, Black Legion. This one will get to max before we finish the city, so that's no problem. And once it does, resistance is just stop being a problem.
I've spoken with Corinia has a...
So that's going to be good. Okay, we can sell all of this.
Put it to good
Okay.
use.
Go ahead and talk to Nico here. No reputation, just a bit of corpse dust.
I'll keep your stash.
Okay, I think that'll be it for this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and we will liberate the city of Malmouth. Bye for now.